Hey everyone, got a fun one for you today. So I got a knife. It's an Edge 473, the Buffalo Skinner, right? And it was, here it is. So it is in rough shape, but I've cleaned it up a ton already. Got a lot of that rust off. I showed it out there the other day on Instagram, I think, how rough it was when it came in, right? And not only was it rough though, but the handle had some play in it. And so I tightened it up and it did not fix it. And when that happens, it doesn't mean that it's not tight because it's not friction holding it in place. What it means is inside of here, right, that just fits just around the tang and it has play. Because when they first constructed these, the artisans over there in Germany would drill out that hole, and what they do is they'd slide it in there, and then to help with that friction so it doesn't rotate around, they would fill in around that hole with dust or wood pieces, resin, things like that. Well, over the years, that wears out and it just disappears, right? It floats away. I guess there's gaps in there enough, or there was, that it just kind of flowed out. So what we have to do is we have to fix this, right? So there's no more play. Nothing's broken. So what I ended up doing was I took the cap off the end, made sure I took that cap, used my spanner bit, took it off, and made sure I took every piece off and I put it in the exact order that it came off, and I put it in order down there because when I put it back together, it has to go back together the same way it came out, right? So now that I have this apart, the trick is modern tools, right? We use epoxy because I don't have the resin. So what I do is modern tools. I take epoxy, mix it up, and I put it on the handle, and then I will put this on it, and we make sure that we use painter's tape, less adhesive to mess up a handle or any of the spacers, but it will keep right here along these bottom spacers and the Stag, so that way nothing squirts out. We don't want, because epoxy comes out, that's a hard thing to kind of fix up, right? So we do that to kind of hold it in place and then take the tape off, and anything that came out, it's on the tape. We can get rid of it that way. And then once that's in there, again, this is a 24-hour curing epoxy. So once I do it, I'm going to hang it like this, just set it in a cup or something so it stays upright, and then let it sit for 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, what I'll do is I'll put the spacers back on, the end cap, and then tighten it back with my spanner bit on there and make sure it's tight, but not too tight, because we don't want to smush any of that, the leather spacers or anything like that, crack anything. We just want it to be tight so we can use it, because I've already got the blade looking so much better. There's no rust on it at all. That's just patina and the stainless steel plating, right? So that's the shine on there, is that plating, and underneath that plating is the patina of the carbon steel, and that's what we want. The markings are still beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, where it says the original Buffalo Skinner, and then on the other side you barely see the 4 and the 7, and so it's a Buffalo Skinner. We know it's a 473. So I'm going to get this guy hooked back up together and do some more cleaning on the blade to make sure I can just even it out a little bit. It already looks beautiful, no rust on it at all, so I just want to make sure I can get it up to our standards, right? But that's what I'm working on right now, and I can't wait to show you the end results later on, after we get it all put back together. All right, thanks. All right, so the knife has had 24 hours to cure. I put the cap on last night after about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I put the cap back on and tightened it a little bit just to keep it together, right? And so that way it could cure the way it's supposed to. And then this morning I tightened it up enough. There is zero play. So this thing is solid. Now, that leads me to my next point. I'm going to work on the outside of the Stag handle and then clean up the blade some more. It did clean up a lot this morning, but I still have to clean it up a lot more. And it's a 496, not a 473. I was able to clean off the markings down there enough to find that out. So things we find out when we clean up our knives. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hype, whatever else it is. Sponsor us, all that fun stuff. So, all right.